Hey friends, Kevin here, and it turns out that I'm a fraud. Apparently I'm a van life fraud. I'm an RV life fraud, and I'm sad to tell you that it's true. It has to be true because somebody put it online. So if it's online, if it's on Facebook, it has to be true. Now, generally, I don't pay attention to people's negative reactions. I just don't. I've had too much of this in life before. I don't let it rock me, and this didn't shake me either. I just thought it was kind of interesting that I publicly called out by some little punk who probably is living at home in mommy's basement, that I, and what I'm doing and what I'm talking about in these videos, that I'm some kind of fraud. And I guess the reasoning for that is that I'm not on the road full time. Well, I guess that's a valid point, and I've never hidden that fact from anyone. I think I've been pretty honest in videos that since I started this, I have been working toward that goal of being full time. And I have changed a lot of things in my life to be able to make these month-long and longer trips that I go on. Now, to those people that have the ability to just quit their job and sell out their furniture and pop out and try to go on the road full-time, hey, more power to them. Unfortunately, my life was a little more complicated than that. Now, I got into this as a guy in my 40s who owned a business, had a house, worked another job, usually sometimes more than one other job over the years. So in my 40s, being pretty much fed up, stressed out to an unbelievable level, and reaching that age where I'm having friends die, I lost my mother, things just happen and you start reevaluating your life. And all those things I did, trying and working all those jobs over the years, my goal was never to just see how much money I could make in my lifetime. There's a great quote from this old movie with Danny DeVito. This movie was called Other People's Money. I'll post a link to it in the description. You make as much as you can for as long as you can, and whoever dies with the most wins. Now, that was meant to be funny, but there are people that really pretty much have that belief, and that's their reason for existence in life. And if any of you are from any kind of sales or marketing background, you know that it's always more. You've got to do better than you did yesterday, better than you did last month, better than you did last year, or you are a failure. So I sat down and evaluated my life and decided that I'd pretty much had enough. Hopefully I had done enough by this point. I'm nowhere near official retirement age, and I will always do something. Even if being on the road full time, I will do work. I will go get real jobs from time to time just because that's what I want to do. I'm not wealthy enough to just not do anything the rest of my life. Be nice, but that's not reality. And I would probably be really bored with that. On the flip side, I also decided I wasn't willing to work another 15 years to hit official retirement age and then hope that I was still in good enough health, if I was even still alive, to then be able to go and explore and adventure and see things and do things I always wanted to do. So I decided the time is now to start doing some of these things. So I started trying to get rid of some things I owned. The contract was going to be up in 11 months or something when I started this on the second job that I had. So I run through that, let that stuff go, which took me back down to just one main job, one main business that I had had for decades. And I got rid of it. I was going to get rid of it in one form or another, and I finally just sold it. And don't let that impress you, because again, it's not like I sold this for enough money to be able to ride out the rest of my life and never do anything. But what it did give me back was some freedom to go do things and see things that I wanted to do, and put me another step ahead toward my goal of actually being able to go out and do this full time. And my last real hindrance is getting rid of the home that I have. And I understand that a lot of people like stability. There's nothing wrong with doing this part-time. I've been quite happy doing this part-time. The full-time thing for me is just because I'm looking for something different, and I really don't want to live where I live necessarily the rest of my life. So selling the house and being able to potentially live out my days somewhere else, that is appealing to me. The ability to have a couple of home bases in different parts of the country and travel from one to another, that's appealing to me. But my answers and what I'm after may not be exactly what you're after. What your goals in life are and your situation at the moment isn't going to be exactly like mine. We are all on different paths. The thing is, are we working to get toward whatever goal that we have? So if you're entertained by this channel, or you learn something from this channel that helps you possibly start moving toward whatever goal you have, then that's great, and I'm a happy guy. So with that said, am I a van life fraud? Am I an RV guy fraud? Because I'm not on the road 365 days a year. So what's your opinion? Am I right? Is that guy right? That I am some kind of complete fraud and nobody should listen to me or watch anything that I put out, or listen to anything I say or that I try to help with? What's your opinion? I've got a thick skin. I can take it. Put that down in the comments section. Let's get a conversation going. And we'll talk soon.